Putin has made it very clear. He said to the president of Ukraine, just make a simple pronouncement that you are not joining NATO. It's as simple as that. And the guy is not committing to that because, he's a comedian, he's a joke himself who was put there so that this agenda can be pursued. And when Russia says, okay, if you continue with this, we'll act in self-defense, as a way of pushback. And then Ukraine insists and even escalate. There's no way Russia is not going to escalate. If Ukraine escalates, especially with the kind of sophisticated weapons that they do not have, Russia is going to have to use its own sophisticated weapons to defend itself. And America is to be blamed because America is the one that is supplying Ukraine. I expect continuation of the same US attitude towards the world. The Republicans and the Democrats are the same. It's like saying to me, and Fidel Castro makes that point very clear, it's like saying to me, I must differentiate between the two shoes, one shoe of the same pair of shoes and say, this one is better than the other one, but it's the same pair of shoe, but with two different shoes. So America, whether Republicans or Democrats, the American interest supersede any other interest. The difference is in the approach. Like I said to you, Trump is not a fanatic of war. He's a man who believes that we can still achieve what we want to achieve through other means. And we're likely to see some form of a resolution in Ukraine and Russia because he's got some respect, in fact, for Putin. We will see what's going to happen in the Middle East because he has eaten a lot of Jewish money, so he may have a difficulty in taking a very clear stance when it comes to the support of Israel and all of that. But the only slightest, smallest thing is that the guy is not a fanatic of war. And that helps us because that's what we want. We want a peaceful resolution. But America, even when it intervenes, it will not intervene in the best interest of anyone. It will find other methods and mechanisms to continue American agenda, even if it's not through war. BRICS Bank must be strengthened. There must be more investment in the BRICS Bank. There must be more investment in alternative banks because the IMF and the World Bank are not interested in building Africa. Their assistance to the African countries is to cripple them and say to them, you can't perform certain duties, you can't put money in this and that. And when you look at that, it is actually the things that you can't put money in, austerity measures, are things that are the primary responsibility of a state. And when they say you can't put money in these things and impose austerity measures, they're actually collapsing that state. They're not helping Africa at all. So I think that the more emphasis has to be made that banks such as BRICS Bank should be strengthened so that they can be able to help African countries and the countries all over the world that need our support. I mean, Cuba has got so much potential. It's under American embargo. And with a BRICS Bank, whether Cuba is a member or not, but with its progressive agenda, there should be a deliberate, agenda and intention to help Cuba to stand on its own against American embargo and still be able to survive. BRICS is an exciting alternative platform which is going to grow. In the last BRICS summit in Russia, more members have joined. And we expect that there will be more others because everybody embraces a platform where they can express themselves, where they will feel accommodated and welcomed. And that's where BRICS is. we have a situation where our people are able to exchange ideas and trade together. And there's even talks about coming with an alternative currency against the dollar and all of that. So it's an exciting development, which we fully support. And we hope that we can have majority of the world being part of BRICS, and BRICS having learned from these other multinational bodies. What are their weaknesses? They don't repeat a similar mistake. They actually provide practical, working alternative program. Yeah.